following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
Tonight on Live at 4, the Macomb Police Department has retired one of their officers, but this officer has 4 legs and is furry. We have the story on where the retired K-9 is going ahead.
And a Macomb woman who was involved in a rollover car crash last year was saved by her seatbelt. How Macomb police officers paid homage to her this morning.
And cooler temperatures today and some spotty showers were in the area as well. Storm Team 3's Devin Biggs is in the Weather Center looking at the weekend forecast. Live at 4 starts right now.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
We begin this evening with developing news out of Springfield. Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 4.
After over a year of no negotiations between Governor Bruce Rauner and the Ask Me Council 31 union, some Illinois state employees have voted to authorize a strike.
Ever since, the governor has been trying to force his extreme terms on state employees. Our members are not willing to accept that. We're willing, more than willing, to work to find common ground, but we won't just roll over.
According to the Ask Me website, Governor Rauner's deal would include a 100% hike in employee health care costs. That would take an estimated $10,000 out of the pocket of the average state worker. Today's vote does not mark the beginning of a strike, however. The Ask Me bargaining committee will meet in the coming days to plan their next move. Ask Me Council 31 represents around 38,000 state employees in Illinois.
And WIU President Jack Thomas has reached out to the Student Government Association on Governor Bruce Rauner's new proposal. President Thomas says Governor Rauner is proposing a 10% increase in MAP grant funding. The WIU administration has covered funding last year and this semester. Thomas says there are about 3,000 students who are eligible for funding, and only 2,700 students who actually receive the MAP grants will. He says the university is pleased with the proposed increase.
It really helps our students. As you know, we have about $11 million per year that we get for the students in terms of MAP funding.
And President Thomas says the MAP grant increase still has to be voted on. Now we're going to throw it over to our meteorologist, Devin Biggs, with the first look at weather. Devin?
Definitely a wet day across western Illinois. A live look at our webcam overlooking downtown Macomb. A little on the wet side today, if you ask me, and the clouds are continuing to hang around the region as well. Got some colder temperatures on the way and maybe some warmer temperatures as well. This roller coaster temperatures continues. Coming up, I will let you know what will happen with the temperatures, but first let's hand it back to Emily and Roderick with the news.
Devin, thank you very much. Students are being asked to fill out a survey to help the downtown square area. The survey was sent to student, faculty, and staff email inboxes asking how often they visit the downtown square, mode of transportation, look and feel of the square, and the hours of the stores. The email came from the Illinois Institute for Rural Affairs. The city and downtown development are continuing to work at bringing new businesses to the square and are hoping this survey will help bring ideas.
Now this next story is pretty darn cute. The city of Macomb and the police department are happy their K-9 officer has an official home. Wrong video here for a second. Excuse our technical difficulties. Landry's is a K-9 here playing catch right here. I absolutely love this video. So cute, Redrick. Dog goes, mayor throws the ball. I thought I had some great video. Landry's retired at the city council meeting on Tuesday night. He started with the Macomb Police Department in 2009. Chief Police Officer Kurt Barker says Landry's has been deployed more than 350 times.
The plaque will hang near the retirement wall of the police department to recognize K-9 Landers and Officer Tedrow for their commitment to the department and city of Macomb.
Now Landry's is moving into Officer Tedrow's house with his family, and they have cute kids. That dog's going to be such a great part of their family. Landry's is 10 years old, which is the perfect time to retire a police dog. The Macomb Police Department currently has one other K-9, but they're now looking into getting another.
In other news, Macomb police recognized a woman for wearing her seatbelt while in a serious car crash last July. Tiffany Cleland was involved in a crash last summer that could have taken her life. Take a look at that photo there. Macomb police say that the restraints in the car saved her from suffering critical and possibly fatal injuries. She was given a Safe by the Belt certificate for seatbelt safety today. This is an award that is a statewide promotion from the Department of Transportation here in Illinois. Their goal is to reinforce the importance of buckling up.
And the WIU Dance Marathon for Children's Cancer Research is fast approaching, and here's how you can show your support. Now, this upcoming Wednesday, it's a great day to be able to show what you can do. It's Miracle Gene Day, a fundraiser that's put on by the Dance Marathon Committee for their designed charity, Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. WIU staff donates $5, and they can put their work clothes aside and instead wear their favorite pair of jeans. Donations are accepted online, and for more information, you can go to their Facebook page. Just search Western Illinois University Dance Marathon.
Come on Live at 4, discoveries in outer space, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. You know all of those traditional planets, but NASA now says there are more.
I'm looking forward to that story and agriculture in the classroom. We'll bring you an inside look at Macomb High School's FFA program and what students are doing to educate their classmates. But first, Jason Chauvin has a preview in sports.
Thanks, Emily. Coming up, the Western Illinois women's basketball team is looking to extend their 6-game win streak to 7. We have highlights of the matchup and a full recap of the game still to come in sports. We have highlights of that, and we'll be right back after this.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 is back in a moment.
I think just working with everybody in the newsroom, everybody has such a great camaraderie. All the opportunities that I've been given here have just been amazing to expand on that resume. I try not to beat myself up on the mistakes I make because there's so many opportunities. Just giving that experience, and this is how I got to do things in the real world, is really what the broadcasting and journalism department has done for me. When you have a really good show and that everybody nailed it, I mean, that's one of the best feelings in the world.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Garrett Covington chose Western Illinois University because of the law enforcement program and the chance to be a Leatherneck.
Western has one of the best law enforcement programs in the nation, and I get to play the game I love. Whether I go pro or I go to law school, because of Western, I would take my success to another level. I am a success story. I am a Leatherneck.
Think purple, think success. Think Western Illinois University.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 continues.
Future Farmers of America is known as FFA. That's the national organization with more than 600,000 members. Their goal is to promote leadership and agriculture education from people from age 12 to 21.
That's right, and it's being celebrated across the nation right now as National FFA Week, and News 3's Megan Sanchez took a trip back to high school to see how they're celebrating right here in Macomb. Megan?
Yes, Frederick, the halls of Macomb High are home to more than 500 students, and just 13% of them are involved in agriculture programming. But FFA student leaders say regardless, agriculture affects us all, and they're grateful because not long ago, this program did not even exist.
The walls of Wyatt McGrew's classroom are covered in 2 things: information about the agriculture industry and students' smiling faces. But behind those smiles lies history and a lot of hard work.
The last class to go through here would have been in the late 80s, right around 1988, 1989.
The reinstated agriculture education program at Macomb High is just 2 years young. Before, students interested in ag were forced to go to neighboring school West Prairie to learn about the industry.
West Prairie has a strong program and wonderful teachers in that program. But it just really didn't give our students here at Macomb High all of the opportunities that they really could have been afforded in the organization.
But after a push from parents and community members,
the school district itself entered into a partnership with the Macomb Agri-Science Association and said, yes, we will allow agricultural education programs to be back into the curriculum at Macomb High School.
Every student that spends part of their day dedicated to agriculture in the classroom is also part of Macomb High's chapter of FFA extracurricularly. For senior Morgan Louderman, the skills she's learning are crucial, not only for working on her family farm, but for working toward her future.
Through FFA, I've learned to put myself out there, and I've participated in a contest that I never would have thought I would have participated in before.
Louderman said she wants National FFA Week to teach students who aren't in the program just how much agriculture affects our daily lives.
From when you wake up in the morning and when you go to bed at night, agriculture is a part of your everyday life. Every food that you eat is agriculture. The clothes that you wear come from agriculture, and it's important that you're educated about all that stuff.
And senior Courtney Thorman wants to clear up the most common misconception about their organization.
Ag is so much more than living on a farm and owning a tractor. It's about, you can do things with ag communications or ag business, or you could be a mechanic, you could be a farmer, you could do all kinds of things, and that's really important for people to know that, because it's not just about the farm and the lifestyle.
All week long, the Macomb High FFA students have been celebrating with themed dress-up days, but the most exciting event is taking place tomorrow morning. It's Drive Your Tractor to School Day. Redrick, growing up in the Quad Cities, we never had that.
I certainly don't remember that happening at all.
But Emily...
Yeah, guilty as charged. We had Drive Your Tractor to School Day, and we actually sat outside before class and we hung out with our lawn chairs in the parking lot. So I understand.
All right. Well, be sure to check our Facebook page out tomorrow. Yep. We'll have coverage of that Drive Your Tractor to School Day.
Thank you so much, Megan.
You're welcome. An amazing exoplanet discovery coming out of NASA. The discovery was made around an ultra-cool dwarf star called TRAPPIST-1. They're in a tight formation around the star and are likely rocky.
Dr. Michael Gion and his team have used our Spitzer Space Telescope to determine that there are actually 7 Earth-sized planets orbiting the nearby TRAPPIST-1 star about 40 light years away.
Now, NASA says at least 3 of the planets could have oceans on their surfaces, and they could even support life. Researchers will now study the atmosphere of each exoplanet and determine if they truly do have liquid water on the surface.
Well, coming up next, Storm Team 3's Devin Biggs is working hard in the Weather Center right there, tracking the cooler temperatures and the chance of rain.
You're currently watching News 3 live at 4. We'll be right back.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. That ember can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where that ember will land. Only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how you can help protect your community from wildfires.
I think what I love most about News 3 is that we're really provided with a real-world experience. We're able to get hands-on work in news, and it's very similar to what you would find in a real newsroom, but everyone around here is really good about pushing you to be your best. News 3 has really taught me to believe in myself, and that if you work hard, you can achieve anything you want. News can sometimes be really tricky, and you have a lot of roadblocks. All of us hold each other to really high standards, and I think that really shows in our newscasts.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Now, from the Storm Team 3 Weather Center, here's Devin Biggs.
It has been a wet day here across western Illinois. We have a cold front moving through the region right now, which is causing some showers. But look out to the west. We even got some snow out to the west across South Dakota at this point, and some of that snow could get close to us, but not too bad at this point. Regional temperatures, I think we can see that there's another cold front moving here across Illinois, 43 in Chicago, but look at Joplin. It is at 81 degrees at this hour, so not too bad across the region. Just a little bit of rain here across the region. Zooming in here across here at home, 48 in Macomb, 52 in Peoria, and 63 in Springfield. So again, not too bad on temperatures, a lot cooler than what we've been experiencing during the last few days with 60s and 70s. Today, 49 to 40 was our range, which is 49, which is above average, and 40 also above average. We will not miss with a record high of 67 set back in 2000. Our Midwest weather tracker, this black stuff here is rain. Not sure what's going on here, but it's still rain. Don't need to worry. But look off here to the west. This is snow. This could get close to us, but I will relieve your fears now. There is no rain or no accumulations to worry about at this time. Futurecast for tonight, we'll have some rain moving through the north in addition to this warm front and the snow. As it moves on to the northeast on Friday, the snow will start getting a little closer to the region, and the rain will continue to move on to the northeast. Winds could also be an issue as well as the low pressure center moves right on top of us. And as we head on into tomorrow, we could hit a little bit of the snow with a wraparound effect as snow wraps around the low pressure system. Maybe just a few light snow showers possibly, but again, no accumulations to worry about, so not too bad. Forecast for tonight, basically in the upper 40s to low 50s, maybe even some mid 50s as well as a cold front moves through. And tomorrow will basically be at 63 in Peoria, 69 in Springfield. These highs will be hit at noon as the cold front moves through and drops our temperatures. Forecast for tonight, we'll have thunderstorms with low of around 50. Winds will be out of the east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Looking ahead towards tomorrow, it'll be mostly cloudy with highs in the low 60s. That'll be hitting at around noon. And as we look ahead towards our 5-day forecast, got some rain moving in on Sunday, but not too bad. Basically in the 40s and 30s next week, so about where we should be for this time of year, but still a little warm for this time of the year. Emily and Rederick.
All right, thank you very much.
We'll slowly get back up into those warm temps. Thanks so much, Devin.
And now it's time for Jason Sobin, who has a preview in sports. Jason.
Thanks, Rederick. Coming up, it's high school basketball tournament time, and we have highlights of Bushnell Prairie City, who took on the Princeville Princes on Tuesday night in Peoria. And South Fulton was in action last night against Camp Point Central in Astoria High School. We have highlights of the matchups coming up next.
We taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Hey, Hard, what's this? That's my resignation letter. You're resigning? Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit. I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me. Okay, but remember, it's not what you say. It's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
You make me wear my bike helmet. Taught me never to run with scissors. And to follow the swimming rules. You tell me to stay away from drugs. To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
My favorite thing about News 3 is you're constantly working with someone. If you're not going to work with someone, then your show's not going to go right. News 3 has really got me ready and prepared for the outside world. Traveling to do a tornado story, or if that even means traveling to Iowa to cover third graders. I get to work with some fantastic people. It wouldn't be the show that it was today without the production crew, without our anchors, without our talent. It's really a team effort, and I'm beyond blessed to be able to be here.
Welcome back. The IHSA basketball playoffs are in full swing as we are in the midst of the 1A regional playoffs. Bushnell Prairie City tipped off action against the Princeville Princes on Tuesday night. Class 1A regionals at the now closed Woodruff High School in Peoria. We got the coach right here talking to the team, giving them some notes. We pick it up towards the end of the first half. Devin Yoakum with the steal and the slam on the other end. Bushnell Prairie City in front 20-15 at halftime. To the third quarter, nice two-man game from Yoakum to Jason Husen-Gay, who hits the lay-in for two. And we're going to go to defense now. Nate Ferguson swipes it and pushes it ahead to Yoakum, and he does what he does best, slamming it home. Now 2 minutes left in the third. Princeville began to heat up from behind the arc. Noah Bauman hits the left corner three, and that wouldn't be all. How about Bauman from way downtown this time? The Princes only down 28-25 late in the third. Head coach Larry Servin trying to get the Spartans back on track. The loose ball here is scooped up by Draven Martin, who tosses it ahead to Yoakum. And guess what? Another dunk as BPC began to run away with this ball game. What a night for Devin Yoakum and the Spartans. The final score in this one, BPC 48 and Princeville 28. To Astoria High School, where we go, the Camp Point Central coach James Barnett going over last-minute instructions with his Panthers team. Early in the first, the lob to Lane Ipenson is good for two. Still in the first now, Lane Marlowe gets it, and he hits the three from the corner, but South Fulton showing life in the second quarter on a deep triple by Grant Downen from the right wing. And on the other end, Adam Curry forces the steal, and Seth Hammond finishes with the Rebel layup. Camp Point Central led by 15 at half. In the third, Christian Rigg gets the cross-court pass, and he hits the wide-open three. And the Panthers were deadly all game long from deep. Marlowe again bearing the trifecta. The Rebels down 11 late in the fourth. Downen trying to keep his season alive with another three, but it would not be enough. Camp Point Central wins 59-51. Marlowe finished with 22 points, and Downen drops 19 in a losing effort for South Fulton. Let's stick with basketball as the Western women's basketball team is looking to grab their 12th home win of the season. The Leathernecks looking to get their longest win streak of the season, going for 7 in a row here inside of Western Hall. In the first, Emily Clemens driving and dishing to Mallory Boyle, who knocks down the three, making it 8-4. Western leads it early. Later in the first now, good ball movement here by Fort Wayne leads to an easy bucket for Selena Lozada. Fort Wayne trails 19-17. We're going to skip to the second quarter now, where Kashira McCarver gets the ball in the post, and she uses a beautiful spin move and gets it to go. Fort Wayne down 29-28. Skipping to the third now, Emily Clemens leading the break, and she doesn't need anyone else. She finishes with the nice lay-in. Western up 42-35. Let's stick in the third. Bloomer now getting the ball down low, and she hits it, count it, and the foul. Bloomer finished with 18 points. Western pulling away in this one, 50-41. In the fourth quarter now, tell me if you've heard this one before. Clemens driving, kicking, and Michelle Farrow knocks down the three from the corner, making it 61-49, and the Leathernecks would not take their foot off the gas pedal, beating Fort Wayne 77-51, extending their 6-game win streak to a season-high 7 games in a row. Leatherneck women's basketball has had many impact players, but the leadership of 2 seniors has paved the way for the historic season. News 3's sports director Danny Fry has more.
A senior this year is Jasmine Patrick. At 27 years young, this 5-year Navy veteran brings plenty of life experience to the court.
She's traveled the world. You know, she was a part of that. And just having that to be here as a Leatherneck, you know, I think is really, really neat.
The military is all about being a leader and just meeting new people and just adapting to your surroundings. So the Navy definitely taught me a lot of leadership attributes.
The game has changed quite a bit since Patrick returned to basketball.
The game has gotten a lot faster. That's what I realized, so I had to just learn to keep up with the speed of the game.
Mallory Boyle has been a last-second hero for the Leathernecks before, and she credits one of her former teammates back when she was an underclassman.
But when I first came in, Tori Neiman kind of took me under her wing, and I was kind of her little clone, people would say, and so she really helped me transition into college ball, and I feel like I was a similar player to her, so she really helped me along.
What stands out about Boyle is her attitude.
She's a kid that everybody gets along with. She helps out the freshmen even though she's a senior, so she's been a real joy to be around. She's somebody we're really going to miss.
I mean, what better way to think about ending my career than with a chance at the conference title. My whole family is going to be there, so that's exciting. Hopefully it won't be too emotional day for me, but you never know.
Senior Day festivities will precede the women's basketball game on Saturday inside Western Hall. For News 3, I'm Danny Fry.
Following the Senior Day festivities is Western Illinois' matchup against mid-major foe South Dakota. If the Leathernecks win, they would claim the Summit League regular season title outright and tie the WIU program record for wins in a single season. Staying on the hardwood now, the Western men's basketball team takes on South Dakota tonight inside of Western Hall. I talked to head coach Billy Wright and the 3 seniors on the team about the keys to a victory.
Just consistency. That's something that, we've emphasized all year, and the last month we've been emphasizing a little bit more players leading players. I think as coaches we're always energy givers, and when you have players who are energy givers and players holding each other accountable on the court in a good way.
Stick to what we know best. We just have to play, play lockdown defense, and it comes down to making shots. So.
Play as the intensity as we had against North Dakota State. I feel like we'll be fine. Our defense needs to be there. Not so many turnovers, and we got to put the ball in the hole.
The 3 seniors are entering the final stretch of their basketball careers at Western, and they are sure to have many memories of their time on the court.
Basketball-wise, obviously I got to say Wisconsin, because that was probably one of the best moments of my life, getting to play in the Big Ten stage on Big Ten Network and beating a really good team.
I wouldn't say there's one particular memory, but just being with my teammates every single day and just sharing memories, everyday memories in the locker room, off the court, and just being around them.
Definitely my teammates, definitely the guys I came in with, Barry and Mike. I miss the court, miss the gym. I mean, I'm gonna miss everything, to be honest, but mainly the people I came in with.
The Leathernecks tip off against South Dakota tonight at 7 p.m. inside of Western Hall. That's all for sports. Final word is next.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Western Illinois University allows you to think for yourself and to discover the freedom to become your own.
Own it at Western.
Think purple.
Think success.
Think Western Illinois University.
You can be a hero by being prepared for an emergency. First, make a plan. Call a family meeting to plan for things like how to connect with loved ones after an emergency or your escape route. I am not fast. Build a kit. When disaster strikes, it's important to have enough supplies to last 3 days. And don't forget the batteries. Low battery. Visit ready.gov/kids for more preparedness tips.
And that's all for us today, but you can find us online all the time.
That's right. You just got to search us, news3wiu.com. Thanks for joining us this evening, and from all of us here at News 3, have a good night, folks.